warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Ako ang inyong kabisig, Joe Salik.
Hatid namin ay mga totoong kwento mula sa bangsa at pampagod vibes. Ito ang inyong kabisig, Green.
Kaya't sama-sama tayong matuto, matuwa at maging kabahagi sa nais nating pagbabago. Ako si Mipi, ang inyong kabisig.
Boses ng kabataan para sa bansa. Kapit Bisig. Makasama natin ang ating mga university and provincial correspondents mula pa sa iba't ibang parte ng Bangsamoro Region. Atin silang kilalanin.
I am Loide Sumalinog, your UP correspondent from the University of Southern Mindanao. Kapit Bisig, Boses ng Kabataan para sa Bangsa.
Yazid Ismael, UP correspondent from Western Mindanao State University. Kapit Bisig, Boses ng Kabataan para sa Bayan.
Abdul Rauf Lumabao, UP correspondent from Cotabato City State Polytechnic College. Kapit Bisig, Boses ng Kabataan para sa Bangsa.
Suwaida Ibrahim, UP correspondent mula sa Mindanao State University, Maguindanao. Kapit Bisig, Boses ng Kabataan para sa Bangsa.
Ana Osamad, UP correspondent from Basilan State University. Kapit Bisig, Boses ng Kabataan para sa Bangsa.
Ako si Nurbani Benjamin C. Macarayan, UP correspondent mula sa Mindanao State University, Marawi Campus. Kapit Bisig, Boses ng Kabataan para sa Bangsa.
Ating kakapanayamin ang ating mga university and provincial correspondents sa kanilang mga updates mamaya-maya.
Ang programang Kapit Bisig ay naglalayong mabigyang boses ang mga kabisig nating Bangsamoro, lalong-lalo na ang mga kabataan na makilahok sa paghahatid ng makabago, mahuhusay at napapanahong impormasyon na maaaring maging daan sa pagkakaroon ng solusyon sa mga krisis na ating kinakaharap sa ngayon.
Naglalayon din itong bigyang pansin ang mga isyong hindi gaanong napag-uusapan at sisikapin nating mabigyan ng kaukulang pansin ng pamahalaan. Ang Kapit Bisig ay hatid sa inyo ng USAID, the Asia Foundation at ng the Moropreneur Inc.
Tayo napapanood ngayon sa Facebook page ng the Moropreneur Inc.
Magandang hapon mga kabisig!
Yes, at kumusta kayong lahat? We are so
Gusto ko
busy
yung
this
so
We are so busy this week, ano?
Talaga ba?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, kahit ko din, ang dami mo din ginagawa.
Yeah, we went to the CAC. We just wanna share
Oh my God, I love the CAC. Oh nga, welcome back to us mga kabisig, and it's Monday, panibagong kwentuhan na naman tayo. But before we proceed dyan, kabisig na Mipi, no? Nangalap ang ating team online ng mga current na pinag-uusapan, hindi lamang di sa Pilipinas but also around the world. At ito ngayon nakuha natin sa arts and culture naman to, yung hashtag ng Nickelodeon. Mipi, ano nga ba to, Mipi? Nag-check ka ba? Wait, may Twitter ka ba?
My?
Twitter?
I don't have Twitter. Sorry.
Chat? Eh, talaga ba?
Mechanism. Anong ginawa mechanism?
Hindi lang ko may Twitter. Ang dami mo na nga followers dun. I think meron kang 11
Wala.
ata.
Ayan.
11,000.
Madami na yun, no?
Oo. Ikaw may Twitter ka ba?
Wala.
Wala din.
Totoo.
So parang ako naman. Okay, so yeah, Junji, can you tell us something about this? Itong bakit kaya siya trending itong hashtag Nickelodeon sa Twitter? Simula kagabi pa to eh.
So yung NFL, yun, no, yung National Football League or yung pinakasikat na game or sports
Ang sports sa US.
Yeah, sa US is sponsored by Nickelodeon this
sa mga
season.
sponsors nila Nickelodeon. Ang pagkarinig ko sabi mo NFA, parang iba na isip ko.
No, iba yun eh.
Yeah, so for the information of everyone, sa lahat ng mga kabisig natin, when we say National Football League, ito yung professional football or American football league consisting of 32 teams. Annual ginagawa itong klase
so
ng-
it's NFL season sa ngayon currently. So pinag-usapan talaga to siya kasi kadalasan during this season, like for example, pag nag-show na yung official game na dito nagsisilabasan yung mga advertisement na binabayaran ng malalaking kumpanya and sobrang laking dollars din yung pumapasok sa kanila.
Yeah, pero paano kaya yung magiging setup nila for this pandemic?
Baka
Kasi
via Zoom na lang sila mag-play. Parang ganun.
Pati ba naman?
So yung mga fans, no, syempre, via Zoom. And nakita ko, no, napakasaya kasi nga, Nickelodeon, so may mga effects na mga...
Oh, talaga ba? May mga ganun?
Sigurado ako matutuwa yung mga bata na nanonood.
Oh, ay wait lang, going back, kasi nagka-issue din na Nickelodeon sa atin dito sa Philippines. Remember the Coron, yung parang they plan to create parang underwater na theme park pero it got cancelled kasi yun nga. Sa Coron, parang ang sikat pa na hashtag that time, parang Coron is not bikini something like sa SpongeBob na ginagawa. Meron yan. Kaya,
Yeah, but speaking, since na-mention mo kanina yung fans, kayo ba naging fan ba kayo ng ganitong klaseng palaro? Or
ay, ako super sporty talaga ako. Mga sport ko, mga golf, mga
wow, yayaman eh.
ganyan. Oo. Ikaw ba itong sports mo?
Yeah, anong favorite, sino na lang yung favorite team mo in terms of
Yun ang
football?
Hindi ako familiar masyado sa mga team.
Ay, ako, Patriot. Yung...
Ikaw, Mips, ano ba?
Yes.
Sino ba?
Kuan, siguro,
Kapag kunwari.
Green Bay Packers. No, favorite natin yan. Ang gagaling ng mga Green Bay Packers.
Yes. And yeah,
Go
we're happy.
Packers,
Kahit pa
go.
paano, nai-inform mga kabisig natin about this. Itong mga trend. Actually, marami pang trending pero mostly related to sa sports ngayon online. Trending din yung this is the other week lang yung mga may malaking riot na nangyari sa Washington DC, yung pinasok nga yung dito, yung mga government offices doon dahil nga doon sa pagkapanalo ni Joe Biden. Yeah. At bilang pangako natin sa mga kabisig natin to always give them accurate at the same time on time na mga information patungkol naman sa COVID-19, narito ang update natin, Junji.
Yan, at para naman sa COVID update natin worldwide. So as of today, January 11, 2021, there have been 88,383,771 confirmed case of COVID-19 reported to World Health Organization.
Yes, once again, that's as of January 10 of 2021. Dito sa Pilipinas, nadagdag na kaso, nasa 1,952. At ang total cases natin sa Philippines ay umabot na ng 485,797 with recovery number na nasa 449,615. That's as of January 9 of 2021.
Samantala, sa Region 12 naman, meron na tayong 3,908 na confirmed COVID cases at umabot na sa 142 ang nasawi. This is as of January 10, 2021.
Sa rehiyon ng Bangsamoro, ang total cases natin ngayon ay umabot na ng 118. This is yung active cases nga natin. Makita nga dito sa IC materials na dito yung distribution ng numbers from different areas na nasa farm. This information material ay galing sa official Facebook page ng Ministry of Health ng Bangsamoro Region. At para bigyan pa ng additional information patungkol sa COVID-19 kung paano makakaiwas at paano maging makasama sa pagsugpo nitong virus na ito, panurin ho natin ang video na to mula pa sa Stanford Medicine. There you have it, mga kabisig. And that video is from Stanford Medicine. Help prevent the spread and we are stronger together. Yan yung parang panibagong definition ng bayanihan, right?
Yes.
Kabisig na Junji. Junji, ano ba yung mga dapat gawin ng mga kabisig natin para makatulong sila dito sa effort natin, dito sa pagsugpo dito sa COVID-19?
Okay, so again, no, nandito na naman tayo. So,
Ulit-ulit.
Hindi, at saka hindi tayo magsasawa na paulit-ulit nating remind yung mga kabisig natin. Lalo na ngayon, kailangan natin gawin, no? So, very simple, basic, no? Social distancing lang. Wearing of face mask and yung bayanihan na tinatawag natin. Bagong bayanihan.
Yes.
Ano pa? Yung paghuhugas ng kamay.
Yes, frequently hand washing or hand sanitizing.
Oo.
Alam mo kung si Junji hindi napapagod. Ako napapagod na ako.
Bakit?
Ipaalala yung mga ibang tao dyan na maghugas
Ayan,
ng
kinakailangan
maayos.
kasi yun. Kinakailangan yun. Di ba,
Dapat-
kaya, ang sarap kaya sa feeling ng may nagpapaalala sa'yo na, di ba? Parang, it's one way of showing na you care for that person. Okay. Ay, sorry. Okay.
Gusto ko na rin i-share sa inyo no, yung mga napapansin natin sa labas. Alam nyo kasi usually tayo kumbaga nagko-commute tayo araw-araw and meron tayong mga nakikitang mga bata na pinapalabas talaga ng mga magulang nila and instead of yung mga anak nila yung nagsusuot ng kanilang facial mask, sila yung nagsusuot
Face mask.
ay facial mask.
Facial mask.
Face mask rather. Face mask. Hindi nila pinapasuot yung mga anak nila. So medyo nakakalungkot lang isipin.
Nakakatakot talaga yun para sa bata.
Tama nga. Di ba yung ilang thousand of droplets nga yung pwedeng maipasa sa'yo pag hindi ka nagsusunod ng face mask. Ang bilis lang ho ng pagkalat ng COVID-19 virus. Kaya palagi natin sinasabi sa mga kabisig natin that although this virus in terms of fatality rate masyado siyang mababa, pero in terms naman yung kung gaano siya kataas maghawa ay sobrang taas ho yun mga kabisig. And that is why patuloy pa rin yung pagtaas ng numbers natin sa Philippines.
Yeah, and we also have to consider na may bagong strand tayo ng COVID, di ba?
Oo, at dahil sa pagka-technical ng pangalan niya ay hindi ko masyadong matandaan. Speaking of technicality, dahil mamaya ganun din yung pag-uusapan natin, but don't you worry guys because itong topic natin today mas magiging fun siya. Kabisig na Junji, right?
Yes, Joe. Kabisig
Ano
na
yun?
Joe.
Or may nalimutan kayong sabihin kanina.
Ano yun?
Yung hashtag stay at home.
Yes, hashtag stay at home.
Ayan. Pero kung kailangan naman din talaga lumabas, just make sure na fina-follow natin itong mga safety measures na ito na inilabas nga ng mga ahensyang may kinalaman dito.
Yes.
Right? Kabisig na Junji. Speaking of advocacy, di ba? Gusto nyo bang maging isang digital peace advocate? Ako gusto ko yan. Maging volunteer tumulong sa pagpapakalat ng kapayapaan sa Mindanao gamit ang iyong social media. Sumali lamang po sa advocacy campaign teams sa ilalim ng Kamindanao Network ng Project Peace Connect. Kilalanin mga iba nating volunteer sa video na ito.
My name is Fredus R. Manila from Adudulata. Adudulata is one of the online campaign from General Santos City and our campaign is based in Sultan Kudarat. Adudulata is a Maguindanaon phrase which means let's converse. Our campaign aims to promote harmonious relationship among tribe people by telling each other story that yield deep understanding of one another to embrace cultural diversity towards peaceful Sultan Kudarat. And the commitment of our team in peace building in Mindanao in the new normal, Adudulata will continue spreading positive messages, inspiring stories, and showing the beauty of diversity. And most especially, Adudulata will be an instrument in transforming the hearts and minds of every Filipinos effectively towards peaceful Mindanaoan. Adudulata sa Kalilintan.
I am Sitarang Farouk. I am hashtag Pinay page moderator from General Santos City chapter. I am hashtag Pinay is an online campaign that promotes hijab awareness, understanding, acceptance, and empowerment, counteracting misconceptions and discrimination. Amidst these trying times, I, together with the team of I am hashtag Pinay, commit to continue improving our purpose, fostering awareness, understanding, and empowerment, and eradicating prejudices with the use of hijab. We will continue to spread positivity and peace within our community.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Norbin M. Tampal, your Kamindanao Digital Peace Advocate. I came from Kitayo online social media campaign, General Santos City Chapter. Kitayo advocates cleanliness and orderliness in our communities, with great emphasis on conservation of our natural resources and proper disposal of garbage and waste. As we are experiencing the pandemic,
and embracing the new normal, our team also insists to promote peace and development in the land of Mindanao through using of online platforms. Because we believe that if we are all in this together, we can win against COVID-19.
Assalamualaikum, I am Buhari Abusama, a child advocate of Project Bata 143 from General Santos City. Project Bata 143 is an online campaign based especially on Facebook. It promotes child's rights and empowers the youth to take lead in the society. In these trying times of pandemic, Project Bata 143 is committed to continue working its founding purpose, which is to spread awareness on violence and abuse against our children. We will continue to advocate for a community with healthy and happy children, and we will seek for collaborations from other people and organizations who have the same aspirations as we do. Kaya, Kamindanao, join me and together let us save our children.
Mindanao aims to spread positive narratives of peace by Mindanaons and for Mindanaons. At may mga chapters po sila sa Zambasulta, Zamboanga, Basilan, Suluan, Tawi-Tawi, Pagadian, Iligan City, CDO, Jensan, at sa Cotabato City.
Yan. Para sa mga interesado, pwede pong i-message ang mga Facebook pages na nabanggit sa video vlogs kanina. At pwede nyo rin pong bisitahin ang mga Facebook page ng Kamindanao at facebook.com/Kamindanawan para sa mga karagdagang impormasyon.
Yan, we're very happy to see na ang mga kabataan, lalong-lalo na dito sa Mindanao, ay doing something, no? Sa kanilang mga advocacy, sa kanilang mga communities. Ayan, kabisig na MIPI, nice mong batiin yung mga nakatutok sa atin ngayong hapon na ito.
So yan, marami na nagchat-chat, nagko-comment dito sa atin ngayon. Hi, assalamualaikum from City Usman Morod. Waalaikumsalam din po.
Kwento siya, top fan to. Parang lahat ng episode na panood ata nito. Simula season 1, di ba? Hello po, magandang hapon po.
Si Kat De Luna is also watching from Buayan, Datupiyang. Saan ba yung Datupiyang?
Datupiyang Maguindanao, Kat De Luna, artista niya pangalan. Parang feel ko sa Hollywood to siya.
may mga community partners tayo from Datupiyang.
Okay, sila yon, no?
Yeah, speaking of community partners, baka naman gusto niyo ipakita yung ating product of the day.
Yes.
Product ginawang segment.
Wow. Ay, di natin. Ayan. Ay, dapat may ganyan tayo. Every episode, meron tayong product of the day.
So,
yan ang
ano ba yan siya, Junji? Go ahead.
Pamain na lang
Describe.
tayo, ha? Mag-uumpisa na po tayo sa ating
online selling. Pamain na lang po, guys.
Pamain na lang po. So, this product is from isang
Datupiyang.
Datupiyang, yeah.
Pamain na lang po.
Ayan. Ano bang pwede lang gawin dito? Ano bang pwede lang gawin
Ayan,
sa
pwede ito
product
siyang
na yan?
lagyan ng mga gamit kasi box to siya nagawa sa, I think this is pandan if I'm not mistaken. Pandan or balabak, no? Oo. Pwede ito siya, like for example, sa offices niyo meron kayong mga events, may pa-giveaways kayo, pwede niyo ditong ilagay. Pwede rin siyang gift wrap.
Gift wrap.
Oo. Dito, ilalagay din siya dito.
Yeah, we also have there yung tote bag and yung ating face mask, as well as yung ating mug
Kapit
dito.
Bisig.
Our Kapit Bisig merchandises. Mipi, paano ba sila pwede makakuha nitong mga merchandises natin?
Yes, pwede po kayong manalo ng ating mga merchandises through answering our survey, which is in-attach po natin yung link na sasagutan nyo sa ating description sa live na ito.
Yes.
I think pwede na natin i-reveal kung sino yung ating winner.
Ay, ayoko pa.
Sige,
meron na tayo. Attitude talaga tayo, no? Ayan, once again, we wanted to congratulate yung mga ating kabisig na nanalo ng tumataginting na 300 pesos na load. Ayan, sino ba to sila, Bax? Baka gusto mo lang naman. Ayan. Okay.
So, ito yung mga winners natin. Last week, si Montaz Mahelia Andal of Maguindanao. Ang hirap manggitin ng pangalan.
At finally, we have someone now from the island province. Mipi.
And Mip, sino yung next?
Ayan, si Omar Araha Asalain, from Sabturon, Basilan. Yan.
Okay.
First time na may nanalo sa atin from Basilan.
Pero in season 1, meron naman tayo. Pero for this season, first time na may nanalo from Basilan. I think ang wala na lang is Holo. Tama ba?
Yes.
Ayan. So once again, nice namin pasalamatan ng ating mga partners sa program na ito, ang USAID, the Asia Foundation, kasama ng the Moropreneur Inc. Without them, wala ho tayong Kapit Bisig, mga kabisig.
Yes. Thank you so much. And once again, congratulations po sa ating mga winners. Ayan.
Ayan. Ito, it's exciting tong topic natin because this will be the second time na meron tayong on-site talaga. And this is live, by the way, no?
Yeah. For this
Mga
episode.
kabisig. Oo, for this episode.
episode.
Pag ilang episode naman natin ito, kabisig na Mipi?
We are on our episode 7, correct?
Uy,
Yes,
nangalahati na tayo.
Bilis, no? Parang mabilis lang.
ba?
I think before natin i-introduce yung ating special na guest.
Special talaga to siya.
We would like to ask yung mga kabisig natin na nanonood ngayon na let us know your insight, thoughts. Through sa ating comment box
Lagay lang natin sa
section.
comment box. And then,
Pag-usapan
magkakaroon magkakaroon kayo ng chance na manalo din kapag napili.
Ay, oo. Yun. That's one way of winning or getting Kapit Bisig merchandises. Pag nakasagot kayo dun sa palaro natin mamaya sa Panalong May Alam. Or maybe mamaya, pag may nagustuhan tayo ng mga questions and insights from our kabisig, baka pwede din natin sila bigyan ng merchandise.
Pwede nyo i-share.
Ayan, wala nang patumpik-tumpik. Mipi, go ahead.
Yes, so ngayong Lunes para sa ating episode 7, pag-uusapan natin ang kahalagaan ng research lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Kaya naman sa mga kabisig natin, kayo ba, ano ba yung mga insight nyo? Is it a pause or an opportunity?
Wow!
Na yes, nagkanda ng research.
Binasa yung IEC natin, ha? Papasano all ka na lang talaga. Ayan, na sobrang pressure naman nito. Ako yung magbabasa nung itong researcher na to na makasama natin this afternoon. Siya po ang District Research Head ng Department of Education. Siya din ay Vice President for Individual Development ng Junior Chamber International or JCI. He's also the Director for New Generations ng Rotary Club International Cotabato East. He is also the Chairperson ng Young Centuries Union Cotabato, a mentor, a researcher. Please help me welcome Sir Bong Lumabao. Ayan. So habang hinihintay natin na papunta si Sir Bong Lumabao dito, baka may pa-music naman tayo or...
ayan. Siguro kilala ito ng mga kabataan ngayon. Diba?
So, alam mo,
ang daming engagement.
Girl, kabisig. Ako, super excited ako kasi si Sir Bong, I've been seeing him before nasa SC pa tayo kasi nagtuturo din siya. But now, finally, meron na, makakasama niya tayo sa Kapit Bisig na program.
Ayan.
Exciting to, no?
I think this is going to be really fun. Itong para to. I just hope na...
Sir Bong.
Ayan.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Pakibigyan nung megaphone. Microphone pala ka, Sir Bong.
Megaphone.
Ayan, Sir Bong, welcome po sa Kapit Bisig. Para tayong podcast since naka-play yung picture dyan.
Hindi, naghahanda pa siya.
Oo, ayan naman, no? Go Backs, kaya mo yan dahil naka-yellow shirt ka ngayon.
Si Sir Bong naging teacher natin yan sa STI, Values for
sobrang
English
strict niya, no?
Nasabi niyo nga kanina
pero ang dami natin.
Sobrang proud siya sa iyo ngayon, Mips, di ba?
Ayun dyan na. Actually, andyan na siya sa screen.
Ayan, di ba? Kamusta naman yung yellow natin ngayong hapon na to?
2021 eh.
2021, kailangan makibagay tayo.
Lucky color yan.
Yeah.
Lucky color.
Ayan, Sir Bong. Welcome.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Waalaikumsalam. Welcome to
the
me.
program.
Wow. Batiin mo naman yung mga kabisig natin.
So, sa lahat ng mga nanonood, maraming salamat una sa pag-invite sa akin to speak about the topic assigned to me.
Wow.
And to all our viewers, I hope that you will be staying until the end of the program and I hope you will learn from this. I know that everybody is quite, anxious about what they're gonna do about their researches kasi nga meron sila mga research subjects ngayon. So, they're actually quite anxious paano nila gagawin yun. So, later on, we will be giving you some tips. We'll not give you naman the full blast kasi parang nagtuturo tayo sa klase. But just tips on how do we deal with that. Okay?
Tama nga yun, Sir Bong. But before we proceed dun sa topic natin, kamusta ka, Sir Bong? What keeps you busy ngayong may pandemya nga na nangyayari, no?
Okay, una sa lahat na nagpapasalamat tayo. Ang daming problema.
Wow.
Di ba? Ang daming problema ang pinagdadaanan ng mundo. But the good thing is we're still alive.
Yeah.
And the fact that we are alive, there is still always an opportunity and horizon that we can use in order to correct what has been done wrong yesterday and to be grateful for everything that we have. So, alhamdulillah, we're busy. We're busy with some of the things, trabaho natin. And of course, sabi nga nila, pag nagtatrabaho nga tayo, hindi lang dahil may trabaho tayo, pero dahil ginagawa natin yun because we want to help people.
Yes. I feel like parang shinare na rin niya yung Kapit Pulot of the Day niya, pero pa-start pa lang yung kwentuhan natin dito, Sir Bong.
Sinasis ka agad?
Oo nga, parang agad-agad.
Agad-agad,
pressure tuloy
excited.
si Mipi. Mipi, ano bang gusto mo? Go ahead and ask the first question.
Parang nararamdaman ko kasi parang nasa school pa rin ako. Harap ko teacher. Pero to start this interview, ano po ba ibig sabihin itong research na, di ba?
Okay.
Para maintindihan din.
Una sa lahat, pag sinabi kasi natin research, I believe that we cannot, as a teacher, we cannot teach if we don't undergo research. We cannot do any projects, anything without feasibility studies and all those stuff, because research has been a baseline. It has been our what you call it, a framework. This has been a reference para makagawa ka ng isang bagay. For example, paano ka magtuturo sa isang klase kung hindi mo na-research yung profile ng mga bata? Kung hindi mo nakita kung ano yung mga learning abilities nila and learning disabilities nila. And through research, we are able to, maximize the strategies maybe that we're gonna use and the approach. And at the same time, para rin sa example, sa fields. Without research, there will be no knowledge explosion. Medicine, politics, sa law, advertisement, and all products na ini-enjoy natin ngayon. I think the we are enjoying life now, and it is actually the product of research. So I think that's it. Research is actually the basic thing done. It's just you are asking question. Ngayon nakakalito yung dalawa dyan eh.
Yeah.
There are two terms there. Ano pagkakaiba ng inquiry sa research?
Inquiry sa research.
Because they both ask question. Nagtatanong sila. Example, paano yun? So they are inquiring and at the same time research. So anong pagkakaiba? Sa tingin nyo?
Okay, parang participation to.
Oo, parang participants.
Baka pwede natin itanong sa mga kabisig natin.
So ano kaya ang pagkakaiba ng inquiry sa research? Okay, so usually pag tinatanong ko, okay, magre-research ako, you're asking a question.
Yeah.
Basically, when you research, you ask question. And through research, actually, there are actually levels. It starts with, of course, basically sa philosophy, it starts with ignorance.
Okay.
Everything starts with ignorance. Wala kang alam, 'di ba? And after the ignorance, there is what we call suspicion. I mean, there's actually suspicion or doubts. Bakit kaya nagkaganon? And out of the idea, you're gonna have your investigation or research. And because of that research, experimentation, readings, and all those stuff, that's the time you will reach the highest part, which is the truth. And that is not the knowledge. So, nagsisimula talaga lahat sa wala. Kasi imposible pagkapanganak mo, you are already, genius and all those stuff, right? But everything can be learned. So you start with scratch, wala talaga. Then through research, we are able to find the truth, and that's actually the knowledge. And of course, maniniwala tayo that when I speak about research, okay, napakahalaga niya because it's the basis for everything that we do and everything that we say. Kaya pag sinabi natin na, alam mo, may nagsabi yung isang tao na, gaano mo kamahal ang isang tao? Wow. So dapat mag-research ka. Hindi pwede na pagkakita mo, di ba? Pag makakita ka ng isang tao, do you think sasabihin mo, mahal ko yan, siya na talaga makakasama ko? You do research. Pagkakain ka, I think masarap ito, but I think I have to read it. Meron mo itong halal content and we do research. And that's how important it is. So going back, inquiry and research. Sige, meron na bang sagot dyan?
Wala pa naman. Pero may nanonood, napapanood pala tayo ngayon sa Iligan City.
Okay. Meron na ba?
Sa Esperanza. Wala pa naman, Sir Bong. No? Pero what I'm getting from what you said kanina is like, we do research because we wanted to know something.
Yeah, we know something.
Merong rason, meron tayong gustong malaman. That's why we do Research. Pero Sir Bong, how accurate research ba?
Of course.
Accuracy.
Okay, technically speaking, when you are actually in a medical field, there should be 0.001 margin of error. Hindi ka pwedeng magganon dapat yung accuracy. Kasi medicine, pag mali ang medicine result, it can kill person.
Of course.
Medical researches can save or kill life, right? Kaya dapat napaka-accurate. And like in social sciences, there's 0.05%.
May mga ganyan.
May mga ganyan drama sa social sciences. So, I think all the fields, lahat ng fields na ito, nagiging okay. That they have been, they were actually they have their formats because of the particular research. So, example, sa mathematics, right? In mathematics, of course, that's accurate.
Ay,
in mathematics.
Oh, okay. Not mathematics.
Iba yung narinig ko.
Okay, something like that.
Sorry.
So that's we need precision kasi hindi tayo pwede magsalita lang because everything when you state a particular stuff like I think that is like this like that. That is an opinion. Every opinion is respected, but not all opinion are correct.
Opinion.
Now, for your opinion to be substantive, you have to, you have to support your account with the research.
Yes.
So pag sinabi mo na, I think when I throw this face mask, hindi ito nagamit, no?
Wala pa naman.
Wala itong virus. Joke.
Si Mipi sana kanina pero pinagsabihan ko.
So kung itatapon ko ito, I believe that this mask, if I throw this, siguro feeling ko mahuhulog ito.
Hypothesis.
That's an opinion, or that could be an hypothesis. But pag sinabi mo, I think when you throw this on the air, it may fall down because of the law of gravity that is proposed by Sir Isaac Newton. So from opinion, there is no justification of a particular research or readings. And
May support.
Yeah, and by the way, you do not say, by the way, for example, you're stating an opinion or facts.
Okay.
Avoid saying, if you're not the one who said it, that you are the one who really did the research. You do not say, according to my research. Because when I say according to my research, you are the one who fully conducted the data gathering procedure, the analysis, and all of that. But if you're able to just read it on the news or journals, just state research says that. Yeah. You can state the writer, something like that. Lumabao 2017 state that flip-top rap battle is like this, like that.
Mamaya pupuntahan natin yan, Sir Bong. But you mentioned about opinion. Yung next question namin is, how do you, as a researcher ba, like, how do you separate your personal bias para hindi maapektuhan yung result ng research na kinakandak mo? Lalo na like social sciences na sinasabi natin, right? So, paano ba yun?
Honestly, meron kasi tayong, pag sinabi nating opinion, before, meron kasi palagi sinasabi, opinion should not always be part of research. Yeah. But there is actually particular part of research wherein you as a researcher is part of the process. I think that is hermeneutics phenomenology. So for hermeneutics phenomenology. For example, your research is about this. Okay, example, your research is about this. You want to study the untold stories of frontliners.
Okay.
That's your research. And you yourself is a frontliner. So basically, you are part of the study. So that is hermeneutics. The researcher himself is part of the process. Okay? Ngayon, meron kasi tayong, that's the reason why meron tayong technical, quanti, quali, and then mixed method. Yung quanti, it's more of statistics. Yan yung mga nakikita ninyo. So it requires statistical analysis and all those stuff. While quali, words, something like that. Ngayon, marami nagsasabi kasi, quanti kasi requires statistics, and that's very exact.
Yeah.
Right? The representative. While in quali, there are actually some parameters. Medyo mabigat siya kasi pupuntahan mo talaga sa, I mean, you're gonna do thematic analysis and all of those stuff. Ngayon, personal bias, that's the reason why meron tayong tinatawag na ethical consideration.
Ethical consideration.
Ethical consideration. I believe you have to pass that ethics review committee in order to check unang-una ganyan. And then afterwards, meron tayong tinatawag na rigor. Wow.
Ano no?
Rigor. Establishing rigor. So, establishing rigor, R-I-G-O-R, okay? Establishing rigor. Meron tayong tinatawag na sense of, kumapit kayo sa term, sense of verisimilitude.
Wala ko naintindihan dun mga kabisig.
Sense of verisimilitude. Paki-research yan. Verisimilitude refers to trustworthiness. Trustworthiness, bakit ko pagkakatiwalaan ang research mo? So kung babasahin ko, when I read your paper, paano ko masabi na tama yan? So meron tayong apat. It could be, number 1, credibility, okay, confirmability, transferability, and dependability. Yung apat na ito. If your paper is credible enough, dependable, it can be transferred, okay, I think that is actually credible enough. Yung paper have that kind of ethics. Ibig sabihin, paniniwalaan ko siya. Ang hirap kasi paggagawa ka ng research kasi you're generating theory. You are sharing it to the world. That is the very reason why gusto ko sanang sa lahat ng mga viewers natin, if you have research there, please do not let your research slip in the archives, sa library, sa teachers nyo, or wherever. Publish your paper. Kasi meron tayong term doon na publish or perish. Pag sinabi mong publish or perish, I mean, anong gagawin mo? You have to publish because the reason behind of doing that research is actually to generate theory to help the humankind. And how can the humankind be benefited to the one that you did if you will not publish it?
Yes.
Something like that. Pero ang pagpapublish kasi hindi rin biro. It takes a lot of intestinal fortitude in order it to pass to that particular stomach. Yun siya. Okay?
Ayan. Okay.
But siguro before tayo mag-proceed,
sabi niya.
Dami ko sinasabi na very technical.
May sumagot dun sa questions natin kanina, yung the difference between inquiry and research. PP, do you wanna read yung from our Kabisigs?
Dalawang tao sumagot eh.
Go ahead.
According kay Erico J. Natividad, inquiry is kapag nagtatanong tayo ng information, samantala ang research is systematic way siya, and in finding facts and sources. Yeah.
Okay. Meron pa isa, Junji?
Yan, and next naman na sumagot is si Alice Keptron. So, research is a formal work undertaken systematically down. No? While the inquiry is process aimed to augment knowledge solving of problems.
Okay, so pag sinabi na actually, they got right. When I speak about inquiry, they both ask question, inquiry and research.
Okay.
They only differ in this context. Inquiry is just for the purpose of asking question. You can ask question to anybody, whatever question is that, anything under the sun. But when I speak about research, you ask question and they're correct, you follow particular system. It's systematic, you follow particular procedure to that.
There is an order na
Yeah,
kailangan
there is
sundin.
actually approach to the process to that. So,
Yes.
meron tayong tinatawag na research procedure, something like that. So, sa parts talaga ng research ngayon, pag sinabi kasi nating research, sa thesis agad.
Ang naiisip nila.
Naiisip agad is a thesis. So, sa thesis kasi meron tayong chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Introduction, review of related literature, chapter 2, chapter 3, methodology, chapter 4, results and discussion. Chapter 5, we have the restatement of the problem, conclusion, and the recommendation. Yun siya. But there is actually a small part there. I mean, a portion of a paper wherein hindi mo na kailangan abutin yung 5. This is what we call action research. Ayan. So pag sinabi nating action research, the main purpose of this is to just particularly narrate a story, narrate a particular event, and then you follow particular format. Presto, that's action research. So the format is this: IMRAD, IMR, in a small letter A, D plus CR. IMRAD, introduction. I, IMRAD, we have the introduction, the M, methodology, the R, result, and discussion plus conclusion and recommendation. That's it. Ngayon, paano mo sasabihin? Halimbawa, nag-away si Mipi at saka si John G.
Which is madalas nangyayari.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Naman.
So, kunwari, ikaw ang mediator, kunwari. Ngayon, nag-aaway silang dalawa sa klase, kunwari. Ngayon, ikaw si teacher.
Okay.
Gumawa ka ng paraan para mapag-ayos mo sila. Ngayon, itatanong kita ako, yung principal, what happened? Sir, nag-away sila. What did you do? Sir, ginawa ko kasi ganito, ganyan. That's it. Now, you narrate it following that format, you already have the actual research.
Talaga ba?
Yeah, ganun actually.
Ganun lang siya ka...
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, like going back with the first question that we asked kanina, how do we ensure na accurate nga yun pag ganun?
We have this what we call validation kasi.
Okay.
There are some panel of validators to check it. Meron tayong tinatawag na, for example, who will validate first the paper.
Okay.
Meron tayong tinatawag na peer debriefing. Pag sabi mong peer debriefing, pwede siyang i-check na mga kasama mong experts sa research.
Okay.
Meron tayong tinatawag na grammarian, okay, editing. Meron mga ethics na mga ganyan. So, sa school naman, meron tinatawag na research committee who will check that. Something like that. Now, inquiry, sige, continue.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. That's it. Actual research. So, IMRAD, introduction, methodology, just present the methodology, and then the result, and then the discussion, and then conclusion, and what you call that? The R, recommendation. So, sa introduction, simple lang. Makasimple lang.
Mapapasana all ka na lang.
Hindi kasi, sa paggawa kasi ng introduction, marami kasi nagsasabi na, this is the common comment of a particular advisor. Like, you just have to state it general to specific. But there's actually no clarification of what do you mean by general to specific.
Okay.
So what can be found on the first paragraph, second, third, and dapat may discussion.
Okay.
The first paragraph should be the general concept. Second paragraph will be the international issue. Third paragraph, national issue. Fourth paragraph, region-wide issue. City-wide issue, local. When I say local, that's actually the specific place where you're gonna do the research. So, for example, in Cotabato City, And that's it. And then, we have the necessity paragraph. Ganun lang.
So parang like the introduction is the meat of the research?
It's not the
Or
meat,
parang
but it's
ba?
kaya nga siya background and the
Background
rationale.
of the research.
Background. Parang bakit? Kasi sa loob kasi ng introduction, doon natin makikita why there is a need to push that. For example, unahan ko na yung tatanong mo sana. Example sa flip top. Why there is a need to study about flip top? No, so doon mo punuin that there is a need to study flip top because there is actually a rampant use of cuss word, trash talk, and like this and like that.
Yes.
So this becomes alarming because if not, those trash talk and those dirty words will just be an expression to everybody. Then even young ones can have that. So that actually stated there that actually caught my attention to study the linguistic features of flip top, to study about the sounds they produce, how they were, what are the words used, how the syntax or sentences are structured, the structure of sentences there, semantics, yung kahulugan, and the pragmatics, how it is used in a social context, and the themes generated. Ngayon, pag makita mo, kaya pala. Kaya, when we try to read my paper, it's already there sa Google. Makikita niyo po doon sa papel na yun po, na makita natin that there is language dynamic. I mean, nagugulat na lang tayo na yung trash talk normal sa atin.
Nano-normalize.
Naging normal siya, but for them, they don't mean it. Actually, it's not sabihin yun. But it becomes normal because of the trending nangyari sa atin. That's the reason behind we have to accept the fact that everything may change. Diba? Meron tayong tinatawag na sword speak. Are you familiar with sword speak?
Sword?
Gay lingo.
Okay.
Sword speak.
Like mga kems,
Yeah, mga ganyan.
char, mga ganyan.
Actually, wala talagang ganyan. But because of the society who actually, the people in the society who actually united us to want to have that, it becomes now a normal thing. So, kahit sino sa atin dito, if we have a common group and we have this what we call, we discuss na, we unite that we can do this, the G words.
Yes.
Diba yung
Diba yung
G-words?
mga
ganyan.
naaga, something.
Yan. So, ngayon, another thing is, halimbawa, sa bahay nyo, kayo lang nagkakaintindihan. That's it. And everyone can create a particular word. And then that could be true to all. Pwede siyang magamit sa lahat, okay?
Yes.
Pang-linguistics pa, ganyan, okay?
That's something amazing with language. I think na-mention mo rin sa akin yan nung isang araw nag-usap tayo that language is parang culturally made, no? Tama ba? Yeah. Ayan, Sir Bong, before tayo mag-proceed, meron tayong comment from our kabisig. Ang sabi ni Nix, research is formal and a long process that based on valid information and facts, while on the other hand, yung inquiry naman daw is a way that asking some information. It goes with an informal concept.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ang dami pa, meron pa. From Christine, Kabisig na G.
Inquiry daw, sabi ni Christine Joy Vigno Mase or Maze, inquiry is an act of asking questions to obtain information, while research is a systematic process which involves scientific methods.
Yan, na-explain na nga ni Sir Bong yun kanina, no?
Thank you so much.
The difference between the two. Ayan, Sir Bong, going back dun sa research na shinare mo, kasi ginawa mo yung na-research, right? What was some of the findings na medyo na-anticipate mo na before the ending of the research pa? Meron ba ganun?
Una sa lahat, when I had my dissertation, it was really not my choice.
Wow!
Totoo, it was not my choice kasi trash talk siya eh. Sa culture kasi natin mga Moro, it's very hard to really listen to those cuss words.
Why?
And then, nagulat ako, yun ang pinili ng aking ng panel members. So when I have that flip top, I've listened to it for a month and then parang hindi ko makaya. Imagine mo kahit saan ako magpunta, naririnig ko yung trash talk na yun. And I have to study that. Yan. So, the one that caught my idea is why is it that everyone is really engaging with that? Bata, matanda, talaga natutuwa. So yun, na-inlove na lang ako sa concept that I have to study it because everyone speaks this and everyone is actually relating to this, everyone is actually related to this. Dinahook sila dito. So, yan. So, when I start to study it, ang pinag-aralan ko pala sa flip top, the sounds, how it is produced. So, they have this what they call deletion. Pag sinabi mong deletion, instead of huwag, there is wag.
Okay.
Deletion. Another thing is, meron din silang, ano pa ba yung sinasabi? Lengthening.
Ano no?
Lengthening. Pinapahaba na. Example. Example, pag sinabi mong sana. So, sana, the lengthening is tuldok. Okay, so S-A, then you're gonna put colon there, NA. Then yung sana, the tutuldok there represents the lengthening. So instead of babasahin mo siya ng sana, you're gonna say sana. Something like that. So that's lengthening, stress. So the stress. Another thing is yung sinasabi nila na sa morphology, the words. Yan, daming bagong na words doon.
Yes.
A classic, from the word, the style of a class and then being classic. So a classic, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Ang dami-dami mga words doon na it's actually present it's actually present in my paper there. Okay. Another thing, another thing there actually, if you want to have the detail of my paper, nandiyan lang po sa Google. Type nyo lang Bong Lumabao flip top. It's actually there. Okay? So, masyado mahaba masyado. Parang nababalikan ko yung pinagdaanan ko para matapos yung paper na yun. Oh my goodness. Okay, ngayon, the question is, this is the question na madalas. Why do most of us, really don't like research? Tanungin ko muna kayo. When you were in college,
maybe because of the process, then yung technicality niya, something like that. And which is, yun din actually, with that question, doon na rin papupunta yung question dapat na i-ask natin, mamaya na yan. Mamaya ko na yun. Pero yun yung sa akin, it's harder kasi super duper technical siya, parang ganon.
Yun. So, yun nga. Research. Baka kasi narinig natin research ay nako, paperworks, research.
May ganun na connotation.
Pupuyat ka talaga. So, parang, kasi naririnig din natin sa iba yung ganong feedback kapag ginagawa nila yung research. So, parang tayo is nadi-discourage na rin. So, kaya ganon siguro yung reason why.
Yes.
Akin naman siguro, kasi masyado siyang critical gawin. May mga tendency na baka mali yung nakandak mo na research or yung na-input mo na information. And kasi nga, sobrang broad nung target audience mo. So, everyone can read it. So, yun yung parang reason ko bakit parang it's hard for me to...
Pero meron ba ganun, Sir Bong? Is there such a thing ba na maling research?
Oo nga.
Actually, that's a good question. Meron ba talaga maling research? Yes. There is no perfect research. Even it has been published, wala nang perfecto sa mundo, di ba? Because I remember the time when I was studying my dissertation, one of our professors asked us to analyze researches. So, na-publish na siya, ina-analyze pa rin namin. And even my research, it's not perfect, right? Marami pa ring research. That's the very reason why there are a lot of, protocols, there are a lot of process. Kasi nga, mahirap siyang tawag doon. It's really hard to push it kasi nga, kailangan mong dumaan sa proseso bago mo masabi. Kasi there is what we call intellectual legitimacy.
Wow.
And when I say intellectual legitimacy, the term, the concept that you are showcasing is an evidence-based mechanism. Hindi siya gawa-gawa lang.
Evidence-based.
So, when I say intellectual legitimacy, legit, from the word itself, legit. So, when you say, now something like that, okay? So, pag sinabi kong language is dynamic, how do you say? Because according to my research, and I can proudly say, no, kasi nga nangyari. One of the examples, yung sabi ko sample sa'yo, how come na yung Caltic, sa Moro, Caltic, sa Kaduman yan.
Yes.
Pero bakit siya naging Caltic? Kasi it's actually low from the word Caltex before. Di ba yung lalagyan ng crude ba yun?
Yung pinuputol.
Yes. Tapos, pag natapos na siya, then hugasan, ginagamit nila pang
Caltic is a brand no.
Caltex. Yeah, the Caltex. And then naging pangalan siya na Caltic. Another thing is Tinilas. Moro, that's chinelas. It's a borrowed word. Tinilas. And the Moro term for that is smuggle. Smuggle.
Smuggle like smuggle?
Yeah, smuggle like that. Pero we are using actually the tinilas, which is actually borrowed. Chinelas. Oh, di ba? So, something like that. Now, it comes so nahihirapan something like that. Kasi it requires a lot of process, ethics review, there are a lot of validation para masabi mo. Kaya nga, hindi pwedeng magkamali. No one is perfect, pero as much as possible, kaya nga margin of error, doon pala sa sinabi ko, meron ng mali. Pero as much as possible, yung margin of error mo, konti lang. Okay. Now, bakit nahirapan mag-research and something like that, okay? Kasi yung iba kasi, of course, it requires money. Number one, it requires money. It requires time.
Okay.
And it requires effort. It requires motivation. It requires intellect. It requires, dedication and passion. Marami kang pera, marami kang oras. pero hindi mo alam anong gagawin mo. It doesn't make sense.
Ang daming requirement.
Alam mo naman yung gagawin mo, pero wala kang pera para dun sa mga logistics mo. Mahirap pa rin.
Yes.
Okay? So that's the reason why ang dami. So sa iba't ibang reason, sa iba't ibang departments, nahirapan silang gumawa ng research. And the motivation is very low. I don't know why. But in other aspects, research is actually part of their promotion. Actually, gumagawa na lang sila ng research. Sometimes
Is it in the academe na
in all aspects.
In all aspects.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because of so yung iba nire-reason nila, ayoko na gumawa ng research kasi matanda na ako. Matanda na ako, may asawa ako, buntis ako, mayroon akong inaalagaan, mayroon akong experience. Then, of course, the academic rank, gusto nila yung mga gano'n. So, academic rank, sasabihin naman nila, sila lang man yan kasi lang man ang mga bright. No, it's that. Everyone can do research. It's just a matter of focus. Time. And then sa mga teachers, maraming teaching loads. So, bakit ako gagawa ng research, something like that? And then, it's not it becomes their Waterloo.
Yeah.
When I say Waterloo, that becomes their weakness. And actually, pwede naman yan. They can re-engineer, they can reinvent themselves about it, but it's just like the motivation is very low. Something like that, okay?
Wow, I like that. Medyo nanginginig ako sa mga terms na narinig dito, but I'm learning a lot. And right, Mipi?
Yes, actually nagkaka-information overload na tayo.
Di ba?
Parang introduction pa lang yun
Talaga ba?
Introduction pa lang yun, mga kabisig. So, ano ba, ibibigay ko na yung question ko siguro, no?
Go ahead, Junji.
Sir Bong, what do you think is the role of research in the context of COVID-19
It's an important note.
Okay. Honestly, that's a very good question kasi there are a lot of researches actually na pending ngayon.
Pending?
There are a lot of researches na dapat gagawin because research requires, unang-una, there will be data gathering procedure, of course. Survey questionnaire, there will be like that. Survey questionnaire, then you're gonna do face-to-face interaction like focus group discussion, IDI, in-depth interview. Ngayon, meron na mga the schedule for that. So yung iba na-stop, na-postpone, na-cancelled because of the threat of the COVID-19. Our lens is like that. Yung everything is pre-orchestrated. When I say pre-orchestrated, it's already has its template, the format, andyan na lahat. Biglang dumating si COVID, ano ngayon ang gagawin natin? And that's the very reason why. Shall I continue my study or shall I stop? Kaya yun ba, is it an pause or an opportunity? Now, I think we just need to develop, kasi kung hindi tayo, as a researcher, you should be flexible enough. Kasi pag hindi mo gagawin yon, mababaliwala yung lahat ng sinimulan mo. Right? So, for example, data gathering procedure. So, meron naman tayo, because of this, we are now entering in the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Where that's IR. Industrial Revolution 4.0.
Industrial Revolution.
Where the world is invaded by digitalization. Social media platforms.
It's modern.
Yeah, so ngayon, so you can have the technological environment. And how is that? Kailangan dito, we should have a intellectual velocity in terms of sorry for the term. Intellectual velocity in adapting yourselves to the Industrial Revolution 4.0. I myself, I need to be engaged with the Google Forms. I need to be engaged with the, ang dami-dami mga apps ngayon.
So collect,
lahat ng mga apps na yan, and then that's it. So, maybe, kailangan lang talaga, you have to engage example of having the FGD through email. Email. Through phone call, recording, Zoom, and record. Then, you have to do the transcribing. Now, as much as possible, doon sa mag-iisip pa lang na mag-research, I would suggest that you will go to a particular topic that really requires nasa bahay ka lang. For example, one of the very safest designs will be discourse analysis.
Discourse analysis.
When I say discourse analysis, you analyze the text. Kukuha ka lang, for example, you're gonna get the Bangsamoro Organic Law, the book.
Okay.
Pag-aaralan mo, you have page by page the provision. So that's already one. Or, for example, gusto mong pag-aralan ngayon, the Korean. Why though Koreans are very popular like that? So you can study their culture. So internet, something like that.
Yes,
okay?
the K-pop,
Oh,
right?
yeah, K-pop, something like
Yeah.
okay, something like that. Okay? So something like that. Okay? So
Okay.
so yeah, I encourage everyone to have that a little bit of reinventing, redirecting your lens on that. Okay? Kasi hindi naman pwede na porke wala ito, porke nag-COVID, nag-stop na lahat. How can we face the future if our life on research is so stagnant? Right? So, hindi pwede, di ba? So, kung dati, naalala niyo dati yung 3310 pang cellphone natin. No, kung wala yung, di ba? Kung wala yung research na yon, if there were a lot of people who actually have thought of, inventing the touchscreen in Android phone right now, then we'll not enjoy that. Now, if this group of people naman who are actually thinking of what to do next, how many years from now, nawala, hanggang ngayon, dyan pa rin tayo.
Yeah.
Diba? So, we should not stop, okay? So, yun. So, we need to be very sensitive on the Industrial Revolution 4.0, the digitalization of everything.
Industrial Revolution.
The problem now is, of course, the challenge is the internet connection. Especially, for example, it's in the far-flung places. So,
Stability.
wala silang internet connection. Ang internet connection, makasira talaga ng relasyon, ng negosyo,
Really?
ng something
Nagkukos ng
Tama
away.
ba? Yeah, so that's actually the problem. Yan yung magiging problem. And you have to, but siguro ngayon, MGCQ na tayo. There is what you call the face-to-face, limited face-to-face. So you have to undergo intensive observation of the health protocols. Kasi you have a very perfect, almost perfect research, pero patay ka na. Wala din, di ba?
Yeah.
So kailangan safety first. Right? Safety first. Kasi ang ganda ng research mo, something like that. And you know what? You have to continue doing research. Now, I challenge everyone, if you want to do research na makatulong sa ating lahat.
Yes.
Example, research about, katulad ng ginagawa ng Accelerate ngayon. Yeah? Paano ma-empower yung mga kababaihang magnegosyo? Right? Kasi kapag hindi sila magnenegosyo at wala na magnenegosyo, then how can we survive? How can we thrive?
Yeah.
Right? Surviving might be easy, but thriving, sustaining the lives is so hard. Another thing, yung namamatay nating mga kulintang players.
Yes.
Now they need to pass on to the next generation. So how do we do that? I think we need to study the pattern, something like that.
Yeah.
Yan. Another thing is yung mga bayok o yung proverbs. Kailangan ikuha niya siya. So kailangan dayunday. Yan, dayunday. Yung mga sociolinguistics na pwede na, mga language and culture na pwede makatulong sa ating lahat. Kasi paano pag nawala na sila? Mamamatay ang mga kultura natin, yung mga tradition natin. Okay, now, this pandemic, again, ulitin ko, technological innovation, you have to do that. And you have to be very good in re-engineering your lenses and design para hindi pwede maginto. Sabi nga ni SpongeBob said na nagka-yellow ako.
Kala ko kasi Pikachu.
Sabi ni SpongeBob, kung pag may taong nanakit sa'yo, o may taong nang iwan sa'yo, o merong bagay na nangyari sa'yo na hindi maganda, you have to stand and continue the fight because the rotation of the earth will not stop because of you. So, laban lang, tuloy lang.
Thank you, Sponge.
Diba? So, continue lang tayo. So, hindi pwedeng huminto ang mundo. Kasi kung hihinto ang mundo, hindi pwedeng mag-adjust ang mundo. Oy, nasasaktan pa siya. Let's stop the rotation of the earth. Hintayin natin. It will never happen. Special get. Diba?
Okay.
Something like that.
Wala akong gustong sabihin. And that's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yun na yun siya. Nasagot ko ba?
Oo nga, nasagot mo na siya, Sir Bong. Pero gusto ko pa rin siya talaga itanong sa'yo. You mentioned about yung how is the world becoming more modern every day. Do you think kailangan pa ba natin ng research now na information is becoming more and more accessible because of the internet?
Yes, of course. Sabi nga nila, what we know, kahit napakagaling mo na, what you know will only still be a dot compared to the bigger part of the world. Diba? Kahit gaano ka kagaling, the widest room in this world is the room for improvement.
Yes.
Kailangan pa rin nating umusad. Be good. Sabi nga nila, you have to be good. But be good, be better, be the best.
Yes.
And after being the best, do not settle for being the best. Be better than your best.
Wow.
Ganun lang.
Bong Lumabao,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, be better than your best. Kasi hindi pwede, di ba? Yung Prophet Muhammad said, nasabi nga niya, hindi pwede na ngayong umaga dito hanggang dito ka lang. Paggising mo bukas, dito ka pa rin. Lugi ang tao. So you have to improve. Now, your improvement might be so slow. It's fine. Because there is no shortcut for success. Right? I have never found or thought of someone na gusto niya maging engineer. Pagkagising, congrats, engineer ka na.
Walang ganun, Mars.
Yeah.
Walang ganun, Mars.
You have to undergo process, okay? Para mahalin mo yung sarili mo, mahalin mo yung pinaghirapan mo. Kasi nga, hindi biro na narating mo yun, okay?
Wow, yung mga kabisig, sabay-sabay tayo. Power! Bong Lumabao 2021.
We are getting a lot, ano? Thank you so much, sir.
Kasi yung question mo, I like the question, na parang, ay, oo nga, nandyan na lahat eh.
Yeah.
That the technology is there, everything is there. So, kailangan pa, of course, hanggat buhay tayo, innovation. Out with the old, in with the new. Innovation must not stop.
Parang wildflower yung...
Yeah, yung in with the new. Yung kailangan mo talaga ngikon. Kasi, and then of course, even you out with the old, it doesn't mean that you forget the past.
Yes.
Because your past actually created your present, and you have to take care of your present. Because your present is actually creating your future.
Yeah.
And so if your present is not actually that good, then how will you prepare yourself for that future? So we are preparing ourselves for the future. So kung maganda na ngayon, mas gaganda pa siguro. Yan.
Inshallah.
But hindi pwede na puro ka lang. Yan, sabi nga yung research, kailangan nating may basihan tayo. Kasi mayroon, example, in public speaking, in whatever endeavor you have, there should be 3 C.
What
are those?
Competence. If you have competence in one particular area, that the confidence will come in. And then after that, you have to sustain still your character. Bakit nauna si competence over before the confidence? Hindi pwedeng confidence ka pero wala kang alam. Kailangan ko, you're competent enough. Because if you're competent, that is the time that confidence will come in. And then after that, sustain your character. Be humble. Because when you are humble, there is no other way but up.
Ayan na.
Diba?
Ayan na, Bax. Madami-dami kang ikakat sa live na to, ha?
Okay.
Ayan, kabisig numipi. Wala na?
Yeah, I think let's ask na lang Sir Bong for any message sa ating
sa mga kabisig natin nanunood ngayon.
I think masyado mo ko natin. I think we cannot really discuss thoroughly the technicalities of research. Pero I just have to reiterate, ladies and gentlemen, that research in all aspects is very important to your family. Because you know what? Unang-una sa sarili mo. If you don't research about your weaknesses, about your strength, about who you are, then you can never be somebody you want to be in the world. Research about yourself. And if you don't research about your family, then how can you be proud that you're part of that family? How can you, build the strong bind of the family if you don't research each of the member of the family? And if the family will research about the community can make a difference to build the nation. And if the nations around the world will research to have an international, collaboration, there will be world peace. At saan siya nagsimula? Nag-research ka muna sa sarili mo. Napaka-importante nun. Kasi, bago tayo gumawa ng isang bagay, research, pag-isip muna. Diba? The rational, one man is born as a rational being. We have the power to ratiocinate, to think logically about things. So, research, okay? Research is part of everything. So, kailangan natin embrace yun siya, whatever we do. Kapag may pangarap ka, research about it. Okay, kapag meron kang ayaw, i-research mo pa rin siya. Sabi nga niya, if you want to have it, project it. If you don't want it, if you have it pala, project it. If you don't want it, reject it. But if you want to have it, inject it.
Inject it.
Yeah. Inject the positive values para makuha mo yung pangarap mo. Okay?
Wow.
And everything starts with, paulit-ulit ko sinasabi, please do not settle for enough. Sabi nga nila, always remember that to everyone watching and listening, keep yourself as if when the world is sitting, you are standing. When the world is standing, you are outstanding.
Wow.
And when the world dares to be outstanding, you must be the standard.
Iba, bagaso talaga, no?
Wow.
Wow. That was too
Miss
much,
Universe
pero
yun.
ang dami din natin natutunan dito.
Sobra, Joe.
Siguro through this discussion, yung mga technicalities on research, mas gumaan siya, 'di ba, sa atin, lalo na sa mga kabisig natin na nanonood sa atin ngayon. Once again, maraming salamat Sir Bong for giving us this opportunity. Ang dami naming nakuha ang mga quotable quotes from you, no?
So I think it's time na siguro sa ating pulot of the day. Tama ba?
Ayan. But before that, batiin muna natin yung mga kabisig natin na nanonood ngayon. We have someone from Kamasi, Maguindanao.
Nice.
Si kabisig na Erico J. Natividad.
And Nix Lagdamin from Esperanza, Sultan Kudarat. Yan. Magandang hapon sa inyo dyan.
Magandang hapon. Meron pa dito, I think this is from Manila, si Fariza Nanding Salik. Magandang hapon. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Daming nanonood.
Parang shock tayo.
Maraming salamat.
Oo, ang dami kong mga velocity.
Pwede kong mag-greet, okay?
Oo naman.
I-greet ko rin, syempre, yung aking, excuse me, mga families, organizations, Rotary Club of International, Cotabato East, okay? And then headed by our President, Dato Omar Patadon, the Junior Chamber International, Cotabato, headed by our President, Ramji Udin,
Yes.
the Young Centuries Union, okay, I'm the chairperson, the Dato Ayuna National High School. I hope you're watching si Ma'am Tan, na birthday niya ngayon, yung aming PSDS namin. And ano pa bang hindi ko nababati yan. So to everyone watching, maraming salamat po. And I just hope that you are able to learn even just a little. Okay? Kasabi nga nila, it's not okay to be intelligent at everything. Just know a little of everything and it's more than enough to touch the world.
Ang daming quote. Yan na, pag-ilan na yan. Pang 60 siguro quotable quotes natin. Ayan, maraming salamat, Sir Bong. I hope na nag-enjoy ka rin. We hope to have you sa mga susunod pang episodes natin.
Yes, we will.
Inshallah.
Woo! Alright.
Dami ko natutunan, no?
So yan, okay na. Like,
Yes, I'm okay.
Yan, yung mga yung mga malalalim na terms, no? Sana nga pala. Sana hindi, papanoorin ko ito ulit then magti-take note ako. I-research ko yun talaga, sir.
Yeah,
Isa na pala yung research ko.
Bantay ka lang. I-check natin yan.
Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow, gagamitin na natin ang mga terms, ha?
No,
Gusto ko to.
sana.
Sabi ni Paul, sabi niya, siksik na siksik ang kaalaman, watching from our office.
Wow, thank you.
Hi, Paul.
Okay, thank you, Sir Bong. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much for having me.
Still,
Babalik pa tayo siguro inshallah sa iba pa natin mga topics natin.
Marami pa tayong pag-usapan.
Sa susunod velocity ng topic natin. Joke.
By that time siguro nasa kwa na ako. Kapit Bisig, ibang channel na naman siya. Siniskwela.
Siniskwela.
Okay na.
Okay, wait lang, gusto ko lang palang sabihin yung mga teachers na sana po magpatuloy pa rin tayo mag-research, yung mga kabataan and all, because your help, your research can really help to change, to have a different lens about na nangyayari sa atin ngayon.
Yes.
COVID ka lang. Bangsamoro tayo.
COVID ka lang, researchers ka.
Tama yun.
Di ba tama yun?
That's correct. Yeah?
Okay.
Sana yung mga researchers na mga bright makakuha na ng tamang gamot para malabanan si COVID-19, no?
Wow,
Inshallah. Amen.
Ayan, Sir Bong, bago mo lisanin tong studio natin, baka pwede magpa-picture muna tayo. Ayan yun, di ba?
Sa live
Ayan,
talaga.
mag-picture na tayo. Sana lang naman. Ayan, okay. So, Bak, saka naman.
Okay. So, maraming
Once
salamat.
again, maraming salamat,
Yes,
Sir
sir.
Bong.
Thank you so much.
Ayan, thank you po.
Sir Bong.
Wala
I
talagang
think i-flash natin yung ating survey.
Ay, di yung nanalo. Once again, we
yun na.
wanted to congratulate yung nanalo. Bax, baka pwedeng paki-flash yung nanalo sa survey natin. Kung gusto mo lang naman. I mean, kung ayaw mo, okay lang din.
Yan.
Ayan, okay. Once again, congratulations sa ating mga kabisig na nanalo. Si Muntaz Mahalaya Andal ng Maguindanao at si kabisig na Omair Araha ng Sabturan, Basilan. Congratulations mga kabisig.
Yan, congrats.
Ayan, okay, so magpo-podcasting na naman tayo ngayon.
Ayan, at pwede na siguro bumalik sa atin.
And sa mga nanonood ngayon, no, yun, may chance pa rin tayo na manalo.
Yes, at para sa ating panalong may alam, as always, ganito pa rin ho, no? Share us your kapit pulot of the day. Ano ho yung natutunan natin mula sa ating diskusyon para sa episode na to. At pag kayo napili, mara kayo manalo ng Kapit Bisig merchandises. Tama ba, kabisig na Mipi?
Yes, exactly. At
Wow.
dahil dyan, narito na ating pulot of the day. At sisimulan yan ni Juji.
Siyempre si Mix.
Ay, hindi ikaw.
No,
Wala.
ladies first.
Ay, oo nga naman.
Okay, sige.
Okay, go,
So, ang
Mix.
aking kapit pulot of the day
Sir.
siguro, in terms of learning and proving something, there is no pause for everything. So
Oh,
yun.
okay.
Do not let your research sleep.
Ay, okay. Go.
Yan, so yung kapit pulot of today, sabi nga ni Sir kanina,
Kala ko inantok na siya. Parang-
do not settle for enough daw. Sabi nga,
never been enough. Okay.
Never been enough. You
Ayan,
know?
ayan.
So, kaya nga, that's why we need to do a research to improve. Para kung ano yung sa tingin natin na kulang sa atin is,
yes,
sa research natin bibigyan ng solusyon.
Okay.
That's it.
That's nice. Once again, maraming salamat mga ka-char. Ako naman kapit pudot natin, nalaman ko din sa pag-usapan natin kay Sir Bong that there is always a purpose to everything that we do. So, yun, learning is a continuous process. We should learn every single day.
Yeah.
And every single day is an opportunity for us to grow. Okay, yan. Maraming salamat mga kabisi.
Yes, at muli ito po si Mipi Asim, ang inyong kabisig.
At ako naman ang inyong kabisig, Junji Paras.
Sa susunod na Lunes, alas 4 ng hapon, dito din ho sa The Moropreneur Incorporated Facebook page. Ako si Joe Salik, Kapit Bisig, Boses ng Kabataan para sa Bangsa.